Hey, this is Greg, and this is another vlog of a country gentleman. Today we're going to be talking about setting goals and judging successes. You know, in our society, we've allowed ourselves to be taught that things are what make us happy. If you watch very many commercials, they really fall in just a few things, a few categories. It's, this will make you happy. You won't be beautiful without this. Your friend has it, so you should too. Don't you know you deserve it? We've been taught that unless we have things, we can't be happy. And if we don't have things, then we must not be happy. And that's actually pretty sad. We, at one point, happiness was having enough. There was a book, which is actually one of my favorite books. It's called 10 Acres Enough. And it's written by a gentleman farmer, up in New Jersey, back in the 1800s. Now, if you're looking for how-tos, it's not real good. If you're looking for the attitude and the thought process of being happy with what you have, it's pretty good. Yesterday, and I'm just telling you the truth. Yesterday, I checked my retirement account, and I was looking at it, and I was doing the numbers and everything like that. And they set the expectation of how many dollars you should have to retire based on your current spending and expected taxes and all of those other things. And those are all fine and good. But here's the thing. I want to be debt-free before I retire. Completely debt-free. I want the mortgage paid off. I want cars paid off. I don't want any kind of debts whatsoever. And, we're working towards that. Our mortgage, of course, is the biggest one, but, we're working on it. And when you're setting goals, you should set goals that fulfill you, not that make you be a consumer. You should create goals that mean something to you, not necessarily that means for society. I've been working every single day on these PDFs of the foraged plants, and I derive pleasure from working on them. I've got, 43 done, which means in order to do everything, provide all of the rewards to the Kickstarter people that I promised, I've only got like 7, maybe 8 left to go. And once I provide them the benefits, then I've got to figure out my next step. And, piracy is huge in the publishing world. I have a friend, she actually contributed to the Kickstarter, that she writes fiction novels. And it wasn't very long before her first book was pirated. And I've heard several other people that have written that it's pirated. That stinks. It's against the law. It's really difficult to catch anybody doing it. But it hurts them financially. But yet they keep writing. Why? Why do they keep writing? Well, it's because they have a passion for it. If the only reason that you do anything is for a profit, then you're probably miserable. And because of the way that we've allowed everything to be judged, anti-anxiety meds and anti-depression meds and psychologists and psychiatrists and counselors has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people that have problems that need that. I know some that do. I know some that should have that didn't get it, and sadly, they're no longer with us. Some very close to me, some that were in my family. But too many times we set our goals based on somebody else, not based on us. We want a house that's as big as so-and-so. Or we want a house decorated like such and such. When really we need to figure out who we are and be ourselves. So, if we actually had that paradigm shift and we started setting goals based on what we want and what we need and what drives us and what our passion is, then how do we judge our successes? No longer is the successes based solely on a dollar amount. It might be based on individuals impacted. It might be based on information given. It might be based on information gathered. It might be based on skills developed. It might be based on a milestone. Now, I'm going to talk about two goals, one that's my wife's and one that's mine, or gauges of success. Not just goals, gauges of success. I've mentioned a few times that my wife has really gotten on the getting healthy kick, and she's been running and walking and doing all this stuff, and here in about a month she's going to be doing her first 10K ever. Now, due to some physical disabilities, I can't run. I can walk with the best of them, but I cannot run. If a bear's chasing us, if I'm in the group, you're okay, because I just can't do it. I got an ankle that will not allow me to run. And that's a major gauge for success for her. Every time that she gets out and she's training for this 10K, and I'll ask her how her run went, and she'll tell me what her time was. And she's more competitive, actually, than I am, because I don't compete with anybody but me. And she's like 3 minutes off the average time of somebody completing a 10K. And she can get tore up over those 3 minutes. Now me, I feel like I was born a teacher. I want people to know things. I want people to develop skills. That's the whole reason that we started the Ask Greg series that goes live on a Tuesday. I've still got 4 or 5 questions, so if you have some that you'd like to throw in the loop, I'll put a link in the bottom here. But for me, I judge success a little weird, and I know it. Now, I'm not one of the big channels. I don't care. I really don't. If it grows, that's great. If it doesn't, that's great. But in the past week, my YouTube channel passed a milestone that for me is a big deal. We've had more views on the YouTube channel than the county that I live in has population. That means that every single person in my county could have watched a video one time. Now, I know they didn't. I know they never will. But that's the way that I gauge it. And I look at things that have meaning to me. If I judged what I do on the YouTube channel by dollar amount, I'd have quit a long time ago. But that's okay. If you'd like to get that book, I think you can. I don't know if you can get it free or not yet on Kindle. I'll look it up. I'll provide a link in the bottom. I actually have a print copy because I like print books. But I want you to think about your own goals and how you're going to judge your success. All right? Well, I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Step by step, we're bringing real back. Have a great day. Bye-bye.